In August of 1962, my family and I were living in Oxnard, California. I remember the morning when my dad tossed the front page of the paper to my mother. It read in bold print, "Marilyn Monroe, dead." Even though I was only 6 years old, I recognized the name. Maybe from my parents, I don't remember. But I knew she was somehow a big star, and that this was a tragic day in Hollywood. As I grew older, I would watch Marilyn Monroe's movies whenever they came on TV, and I soon became a fan. As a teenager, I would read biographies about Marilyn, and I would fantasize about how great it would have been to have been her and to have the whole world and all those men at my feet. Now, as a woman of a certain age, I still find Marilyn intelligent and fascinating. But I no longer have any fantasies about her life. I see her as Norma Jean, who was trapped inside the persona of Marilyn Monroe. She wanted so much more from life. Maybe if she had lived in today's era, she could have had more. These are some of my favorite Marilyn quotes. "Everyone's just laughing at me. I hate it. Big breasts, big ass, big deal. Can't I be anything else? Gee, how long can you be sexy?" It's a woman's spirit and mood a man has to stimulate in order to make sex interesting. The real lover is the man who can thrill you by touching your head, or smiling into your eyes, or just staring into space. The first effect marriage had on me was to increase my lack of interest in sex. Actually, our marriage was sort of a friendship with sexual privileges. I want to be an artist, not an erotic freak. I don't want to be sold to the public as a celluloid aphrodisiac. It's often just enough to be with someone. I don't need to touch them, not even talk. A feeling passes between you both. You're not alone. I have too many fantasies to be a housewife. I guess I am a fantasy. It's better to be unhappy alone than unhappy with someone. Hollywood is a place where they'll pay you $1,000 for a kiss and 50 cents for your soul. And sometimes good things fall apart so better things can fall together. Imperfection is beauty. Madness is genius. It is better to be absolutely ridiculous than absolutely boring. If you can make a girl laugh, you can make her do anything. A sex symbol becomes a thing. I just hate to be a thing. Being a sex symbol is a heavy load to carry, especially when one is tired, hurt, and bewildered. Dreaming about being an actress is more exciting than being one. Fame will go by, and so long, I've had me fame. But if it goes by, I always knew it was fickle, so at least it's something I experienced. But that's not where I lived. Husbands are chiefly good as lovers when they are betraying their wives. I guess I've always been deeply terrified to really be someone's wife, since I know from life one cannot love another ever, really. I restore myself when I'm alone. Men are so willing to respect anything that bores them. What do I wear in bed? Why, Chanel No. 5, of course. It takes a smart brunette to play a dumb blonde. Before marriage, a girl has to make love to a man to hold him. After marriage, she has to hold him to make love to him. I watched the faces of the listeners when the minister would cry out how much God loved them and how much they needed to set themselves right with God. They were faces without any argument in them, just tired faces that were glad to hear somebody loved them. Give a girl the right shoes, and she can conquer the world. Your clothes should be tight enough to show you're a woman, but loose enough to show you're a lady. A girl doesn't need anyone who doesn't need her. Ever notice how "what the hell" is always the right answer? A wise girl knows she has limits. A smart girl knows she has none. I am good, but not an angel. I do sin, but I am not the devil. I am pretty, but not beautiful. I have friends, but I am not the peacemaker. Goethe said, "Talent is developed in privacy." And it's really true. There is a need for aloneness, which I don't think most people realize for an actor. It's almost having certain kinds of secrets for yourself that you'll let the whole world in on only for a moment when you're acting.